The world descended into chaos when an inexplicable and terrifying phenomenon swept across humanity. Balloons, eerily lifelike, began hunting people. These balloons weren't mere decorations, they were deadly, sentient predators, each one tethered to a person's life. They would hang their victims with their ropes, and escape was impossible. The first attempts to fight back ended in horror. When a man popped one of these balloons, the real person it was tied to suffered the same fatal injury. The connection was clear. The balloons and their human counterparts were linked in a twisted, inescapable way. Panic spread like wildfire. Governments urged citizens to stay indoors, issuing desperate warnings to avoid confrontation with the balloons. One man, driven either by necessity or arrogance, ventured outside to go to work. His attempt to defy the rules was short-lived. He was killed almost instantly, his lifeless body dangling in the streets. Days turned into weeks as they rationed their dwindling food supply, clinging to hope. But after a month, starvation loomed. The sun, young and brimming with misplaced confidence, declared that he could outsmart the balloons. "I've got this," he said, his arrogance reminiscent of a hero like Gojo from anime. Armed with an umbrella as his shield, he stepped outside, tossing it at the first balloon he saw and sprinting into the open. Hours passed. He never returned. Overcome with worry, the mother, torn between fear and maternal instinct, ventured outside to search for her son. The moment she stepped beyond the safety of their walls, the balloons found her. Her life ended as swiftly as her son's. Now alone, the daughter sat in silence, paralyzed by grief and terror. The house, once their sanctuary, now felt like a tomb. Then, one night, a voice shattered the quiet. It was her brother, calling out to her from outside. His tone desperate and pleading. "Open the window," he cried. Tears streamed down her face as hope ignited within her. She rushed to the window and threw it open, ready to welcome him back. But what greeted her wasn't her brother. It was his lifeless body, dangling in midair, a rope wrapped around his neck. The balloons had mimicked his voice to lure her out. Her scream was cut short as the balloons descended upon her. And just like that, another life was claimed by the sinister, unrelenting force that had turned the world into its hunting ground.